Well, thank you, Senator Klobuchar, and thank you not only for holding this hearing, but the Rules Committee has been a great beacon on campaign finance and cleaning up so much of the politics in America that needs cleaning up, and I thank you for your great leadership on this issue. I also do want to thank Senator Whitehouse. I saw him in the hallway. He said, "You missed my speech." I said, "I hope mine is half as good," so let's hope. So why are we here today? Because across our democracy, the disease of dark money has spread unchecked like a cancer. Today, I'm proud to join with my colleagues to support the DISCLOSE Act, which I've long championed and I promised to bring on the floor for a vote. In free and fair elections, one person, one vote, American voters alone should have the power to determine our nation's leaders without fear that their voices will be drowned out by powerful elites or special interests. Whether someone is rich or poor, young or old, well-connected or otherwise, none of that should have any bearing on their ability to affect the final outcome of the democratic process. But we all know that today that ideal is not reality in America. From the moment Chief Justice Roberts and the radical conservative majority on the Supreme Court handed down their opinion in Citizens United, one of the most awful decisions that we've ever had from the court, twisting the First Amendment into an argument to help special interests and powerful moneyed interests, which it was never intended to be. Billions of dollars in dark money spending has poured into our elections. And Senate Republicans, particularly the Republican Senate leader, who I wish had come today, I thought he might, have blocked practically every attempt to get rid of dark money at great expense to our democracy. Over a decade later, trust in our democracy is eroded. Dark money groups have taken advantage of a megaphone that's drowned out the voices of everyday Americans. And the problem is not just limited to our elections. Dark money has corroded the judicial nomination process as special interest groups spend tens of millions to push extremist judges onto the federal bench. And the worst part, much of this money is raised in secret. The DISCLOSE Act operated off a simple premise. A healthy democracy is a transparent democracy, one where billionaires and mega corporations don't have a free pass to exploit loopholes in campaign finance in order to spend billions in anonymous, underlying anonymous campaign contributions. That is the antithesis of democracy. Someone having unequal power because they have huge amounts of money and no one even knowing what they're doing. The bill asserts very plainly that Americans deserve to know who is trying to influence our election. It pays tribute to the words of Justice Louis Brandeis. Sunlight is said to be the greatest disinfectant. This shouldn't be a Democratic or Republican view. It didn't used to be early on. It should be bipartisan through and through. Sadly, it's not. When was the last time any of us heard voters cheering on dark money in our elections? Who here honestly thinks it's better for billionaires and special interests to buy elections in secret rather than face the healthy scrutiny of the American people? Passing this bill has never been more important than it is today. As MAGA Republicans pass sweeping voter suppression laws, it's more urgent than ever to tilt the playing field back in favor of the American people and restore faith in the democratic process. So, if you agree that the American people have a right to know who's trying to influence their elections, support the DISCLOSE Act. If you agree that billions of dollars in anonymous campaign contributions every year is not a function of a healthy democracy, support the DISCLOSE Act. If you agree that Americans' representatives should have only one boss, the people, and not special interests, then support the DISCLOSE Act. Democracy cannot prosper without transparency. I strongly support this legislation so we can safeguard our electoral process and keep the dream of our founders alive in this century. I thank the chair, the ranking member, and all the other members for their time in letting me speak now. Thank you.
Thank you.